Hi, I'm Morgana Stanley, the superintendent in Henderson County Schools, and your end of week message this week is featured at Jefferson Elementary. We are in a second grade classroom, and I have found 3 wonderful Jefferson Jaguars, and they're dressed like surgeons today. So I want to find out what has been going on in this classroom. What have you all been operating on today? Bold print, and bold print is a type of what?
Word that's bigger than all the other words.
Yes, you're exactly right. It's one of the text features that you all are studying, isn't it? So what's another type of text feature?
A photograph.
A photograph. They are so smart at Jefferson. And what's another text feature?
Graph.
A graph, she tells us. Well, what a neat way to spend your day learning. I bet you had to really operate down into your reading passages to find all those, didn't you? Well, thank you for taking time to talk with me today. It's been a great time.
You're welcome.
So we also have found Miss Jennifer. Thanks for slowing down for a second and talking to us. And the question I want to ask you is, how have you seen the integration of the one-to-one technology happen and flourish in the elementary level?
Sure. So we are one-to-one 1st through 5th grade here at Jefferson this year. So we hope to push that all the way to kindergarten
Do
next
first
year.
and second have Chromebooks, or do they use?
They have iPads,
Okay.
first and second iPads, and 3rd through 5th Chromebooks. So hopefully soon we'll be one-to-one K through 5.
Sure.
But we really try to push a lot of cool instructional apps that really just enhance our instruction overall. All of our teachers are utilizing Google Classroom, which is a way for all of our students to stay engaged. They can incorporate all kinds of different things into their Google Classroom just to really enhance, pull different things from websites, pull different things from other instructional sources.
And when we were in
with
Miss
formative
Mayfield's,
assessments too.
when we were in Miss Mayfield's class this morning, we watched how she was having them transition between Google Slides, doing research, summarizing.
Sure.
It was a great opportunity for the kids.
Yeah, and then they're able to put all of that right into their Google Classroom, so the teacher is just able very quickly to look and see where the student is at all times. So it's very beneficial. It's a great time saver, but it's also a great instructional resource at the same time. It's just another thing that it's really good at is all those great instructional resources are very differentiated for our kids. So anytime that our students finish an activity, they're able to get on something else on their Chromebook that is right at their level.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, Miss Jennifer, I very much appreciate the time that I spent here this morning at Jefferson in your classrooms, and then we've had the opportunity now to walk around and meet a few students and some classrooms, and there are amazing things happening at Jefferson Elementary, and we appreciate you, the extraordinary leader that you are, in running this charge and making it happen.
Awesome. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. So here we are in an intermediate classroom. I have some 4th graders and 5th graders with me. I had the opportunity to visit your classroom this morning where you all were doing presentations. So you had a project that you were working on, and tell me a little bit about your project.
Well, we have these walkways outside, and they are messed up. Kids are falling on them, and when they try to jump in between them, sometimes they don't make it and hurt themselves.
Sure. So when you're talking about the walkways are kind of messy and they're not the same distance apart, are you talking about like walking stones?
Yes.
Gotcha. And those walking stone they take you where? From the building to?
Well, one of them is from back here from the bus to the front of the school where the teachers park.
Gotcha.
The other one is another area where the teachers park. It's in the primary playground.
Sure.
And it goes to the teachers parking to the playground. Then the last one, I think, is a playground.
Sure. So what were some of the math skills that you've been working on in this project?
We've been doing area and perimeter.
Sure. And I also watched you all this morning present about how much it would cost, whether some groups were going to suggest pavers or brick or concrete or pebbles. right? How did you get that? How did you find that information?
Well, we were researching the most cheapest and efficient way to make a walkway.
Mm-hmm.
And some people typed a little something different, so it gave them something else.
Sure.
What we got was gravel,
Mm-hmm.
but we found a more cheaper thing, which was cement.
Okay. Okay. So then you had your findings, and then they presented them to their classmates and to some panel judges. Miss Sandifer and Miss Courtney and Miss Gibson and myself also listened to those presentations, and we were very impressed of how they had to work together in a group. So they had to collaborate, you had to communicate, and use their critical thinking skills, and it was perfect. It's a perfect opportunity of how we talk about building better graduates, and we're watching that happen and those skills develop in the elementary school. Thank you for talking with me today.
You're welcome.
I also have next to me 5th grader Hank. And Hank, I have learned that you are a part of the school's STLP team,
Yes.
Student Technology Leadership Program. And what have you all been working on?
My group's been working on the news for Jefferson
News for Jefferson, great. And you've established or built a
website. We want to really reach out to the community so
wonderful.
they know what we're doing in our district.
And here at Jefferson, I just learned that your team is going to get to go and compete at the state level in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
So are you, how many team members do you have?
So we're only allowed to present with 4 people, but our whole STLP team of 10 people is going up to Lexington for state. So we all get an experience.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for talking today, and I'm just delighted to hear the work that you've been doing.
Thank you.
Yes.
As always, it has been an extraordinary week in the Henderson County Schools. I hope you all have a great weekend,